Why are you sticking out your pinky finger?
Because it's time for tea, Paul.
Okay, so let's start the show.
I think it's time for tea, Paul. Don't you? Oh, we're having such fun. Would you like to be mother? Get pouring, come on.
Okay.
We haven't got all day, you know. Let me hold it up. Oh, that's a good cup of tea. Okay, that's enough. Pour yourself some. Oh, it smells grand. Now, we like a little bit of milk in our tea, don't we, my dear? Pour you some milk. Look, a jug as well. Now, you might think we're being posh. Well, maybe we are. But it's leading somewhere, I promise you. Let me see, a little spot of milk in my tea.
What about your sugar?
My sugar's already in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was supposed you wanted me to say I'm sweet enough. Now, this is what we wanted to talk about today. Have you ever noticed that when you're having a cup of tea, if I can do it right, that that your little pinky finger sticks out like that? Some people go like this. And they slurp like I do. But the pinky sticks out. Look, can you see? Can you see? Now the thing is, yes, now is this just being posh, my dear? That's the question that I wanted to pose today, because that is one of the theories, is that in Victorian times, ladies who lunched, well, they still lunch, we lunch, would walk around, you know, having their afternoon tea, and their pinky would just stick out
For no reason.
for no reason.
Oh my god.
But actually, there is another story, there's another theory behind this. Is that back in medieval times, before utensils such as stainless steel spoons were not available, that people would walk around with their drink, not necessarily tea, but it could be anything. It would have a handle on it. It could even be like a beer, I suppose, or something that, you know.
Do they stir it with their pinky?
No. No. They would walk around holding their cup or their glass or whatever. And because their hand was occupied holding this, that they weren't able to sample all the foods that were put out. Because there would be massive spreads and everything. So people would walk, would walk around and the pinky would be left hanging because it was used as a tasting utensil, you see.
So it's like a nice dipper, right?
It's a dipper. Now the thing I can't understand is that if they were walking around like with their drink, and then let's say this bowl of biscuits is the taster, and then how would you stick it in and then taste it without spilling everything all
So do they
over?
go like this, like scoop it out or something?
Well, it was just to get a little taste. Well, to be honest, I think I'm gonna go with the posh analogy because it makes more sense. Now, here in the UK, we don't normally talk about the pinky finger. We talk about it's your little finger, or even your piggy finger, I suppose. But the pinky is it may be small, but it's very big in America, isn't it, Paul?
Yes, there's something called pinky square.
Pinky square?
A pinky swear.
Ah, pinky swear.
Pinky swear.
Pinky swear.
So if... Why don't
What
you
does it
put
mean?
that down first?
Okay, I'm scared I'm going to spill it.
So
Have a biscuit, you know.
bring out your pinky
Mm-hmm.
and you twist it with mine,
Ah.
and then we say, okay, I would say something like, do you pinky swear to do such and such? And then that would be like
It's a bond.
your promise.
Ah, right. Oh, well, this did happen one time. I can remember with one of your nieces or cousins, with one of your cousin's children, actually, I think it was. We were at a Thanksgiving party, and we were with all the people, all your family, and the little girl came up, and she said, "Will you take me out take me out for a walk later on?" And I said I didn't really want to go out, and I said, yes, fine, yes, we'll do that. Do you pinky swear? And then we did the pinky swear thing, like that. And she said, "You did pinky swear, we go out for a walk later." Hope she's not watching now. Anyway, we didn't go out for the walk, and then later on she said, you pinky swore that you would go for the walk. So I broke the bond. But it's also another way of like keeping a secret, you said, as well. So it's not just like a promise to do something, but it can also be like, okay, you pinky swear.
You never promise to like never reveal the secret to anybody as long as you live or something.
Yes, something like that. Well, I don't know what the origins of it really are, but all I do know is that I have a bowl of chocolate digestives here, and I intended to eat every one of them.
Are you gonna pinky swear to that?
I sure do. Delicious. I'm looking into my crystal ball, and I see great things for our show. So please do like, comment, and subscribe.
I bought a pressure cooker recently, and the reason I did so was to make my life a whole lot quicker and easier. So today I'll be making a beef brisket with all the trimmings. Normally this would take hours on end, but with a pressure cooker it will reduce it dramatically. Okay, the recipe said that I needed to add some cayenne pepper. This might be a bit spicy, but I think we're worth it. Let's also add some mixed herbs. Some garlic salt. Black pepper. This pressure cooker is hot enough now, so I put it on 30 minutes, but we won't use it for that long. So I need to pour in some oil. And I am going to be browning the meat for about 3 minutes on each side. So I'll put in the side that I put the seasoning on first. Okay, so I am going to be seasoning the side that I didn't season initially. I am also going to be adding the garlic and onions to the pot right now to cook with the meat. So right now I am sealing the beef brisket with the sauteed onions and garlic. I will be doing this for approximately another 4 minutes or so. After that time, I will be adding water to it because a pressure cooker requires water in order to help the cooking process, because the built up steam inside does help it accelerate the cooking process. So why don't we flip it when it's time? I think it might be time to flip the meat now. I'm also going to be adding some Worcestershire sauce to it. This will help with making the beef a bit tender. I was going to cook these carrots by boiling it, but I think it's better to just add it to the mix to pressure cook. And now I'm going to add 1 pint of water or stock. So let's shut this down, and we're gonna go on to the meat part of it, and I'm going to be cooking it for about 40 minutes. So I'm gonna hit start. So I'm gonna hit start now, and this will heat up now. This is the correct setting to be pressure cooking. This is steam, so I'm gonna put it on to pressure cook. This is the lock position, and this is the unlock position. The function wasn't going to allow me to lock it to cook unless it was locked. So now we will leave it for 40 minutes, and then I need to release the valve, and then dinner is served. I have just released the valve on this pressure cooker, and I think it might be safe to remove the lid shortly. So why don't I get the rest of the dinner going first. I brought the mashed potatoes off the fire, and I am mashing it. So this is how it looks like. You may be wondering why I have an egg in a bowl. I basically whisk it and add it to the mashed potatoes. It makes it a lot more silky, and it makes it a lot more delicious. A friend of mine told me this years ago, and I've been using it ever since. So let's whisk this egg. I think that it's cooled down a bit now, because if I add it initially after I took it off the fire, then it would have turned into scrambled eggs, and you don't want that in your mashed potatoes. So let's pour it in. And let's mash it through. Okay, I am expecting it to still be really hot, which is why I have these oven mitts on. So there's no more steam coming out of this. So let's turn it from the lock position to the unlock position. Looks like it shrunk in size. Oh wow. Okay, this should basically be really easy to carve now. Wow, I am really looking forward to tucking into this beef brisket. Normally it would take over 3 to 4 hours to cook this piece of meat, but it's technology. It speeds things up, and I'm really glad that we were able to test it out, and hopefully this will be as good as I say it is. Very tender. Let's try some of these carrots. Melt in your mouth. And also the potatoes. Mmm! Light and fluffy. Definitely a winner for me. Here are some of the things that really got on my nerves. The mobile phone. I find it extremely annoying whenever someone is walking down the street holding on to their phone and they're just constantly holding on to it, whether they're listening to music or whether they're on a phone call. It's like, okay, yeah, why don't you rob me? I don't really care about the phone, so I'm just gonna have it for all the world to see. Okay, great. So you're being really smart about that. Another thing is, I don't need to hear your conversation on speakerphone. Yes, a lot of people have spoken on the tube that way, and they go into such detail, about how they did this and that for that day, and another thing, they are playing really loud music, and then I think, okay, that's really annoying. You don't really care how other people feel, so it's kind of like, why don't you be more respectful of others around you? Don't you hate it when you are walking on the street and then someone decides to just stop right in the middle of the road and have a conversation with a few other people, and then you're thinking, okay, don't you know that this is a busy street? Why don't you just move to the side? No, they don't move to the side. They just decide, no, this is the best place to have the conversation and to annoy other people. Okay, this is somewhat similar to the whole mobile phone talking thing on the tube and stuff. Thanks for watching our show. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Are you still eating those biscuits?
Yeah, I said I was going to eat all of them. Is it the end of the show already?
It sure is.
Oh, better hurry up, bro. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I think there's another packet in there.
It doesn't have your name on it.
Yours.
Pinky. Pinky tea.